It all began on a morning that seemed perfectly ordinary. Sunlight streamed through the Johnson family's living room window, glinting off the hardwood floor. Birds chirped outside, and a soft breeze carried the smell of breakfast cooking in the kitchen. Little Ethan, a lively 3-year-old with curly brown hair and bright, curious eyes, was already up and exploring the room. He toddled across the floor in his tiny socks, clutching his favorite green stuffed dinosaur as if it were a shield against the world. Meanwhile, Max, the Johnsons' 4-year-old golden retriever, lounged near the sofa, his head resting on his paws, watching Ethan with an alert, calm gaze. Max had always been gentle with children, especially Ethan. He was the family's first dog, a calm and patient companion who seemed to understand emotions better than most people. But this morning, something was different. At first, it was subtle. Max nudged Ethan's side lightly as the toddler walked past him. Claire, Ethan's mother, smiled and thought it was just playful behavior. "Max just wants to play with him," she said, brushing a hand over the dog's soft golden fur. But soon, the nudges became more persistent. Max would push Ethan gently with his nose, sometimes causing the toddler to wobble or fall onto the soft rug. And yet, Ethan never cried. He giggled, looked confused, and sometimes gave Max a small hug. Claire's smile faded slightly as she watched. "That's strange. He's never been like this," she whispered to Daniel, her husband. Daniel knelt on the floor, helping Ethan build a tower of colorful blocks. "Maybe he's just excited," he said, though even he felt a flicker of unease. The day continued, and Max's behavior became more pronounced. During snack time, Ethan tried to climb onto his small chair, and Max nudged him gently, causing him to sit back down. When Ethan tried to reach for a toy on the couch, Max stepped in, nudging him off balance again. At first, the nudges seemed harmless, but then Claire noticed a pattern. Max wasn't acting randomly. He seemed to be guiding Ethan, keeping him from moving too quickly or stepping somewhere that might cause a minor mishap. Daniel shook his head. "I don't know, but it's enough to make me concerned. Maybe we should call Dr. Harper tomorrow and see what he thinks." The next day, they took Max to their family veterinarian, Dr. Harper, explaining the unusual behavior. The vet listened patiently, nodding as Claire described how Max pushed Ethan down, but never hurt him. Dr. Harper's voice was calm but curious. "Interesting," he said. "Bring Max in. I want to examine him carefully and observe his movements." At the clinic, Dr. Harper began with a full physical exam. He checked Max's joints, paws, and muscles, watching how he shifted his weight and walked. Then, he shined a small light into Max's mouth and nose, inspecting every detail carefully. "Has he been limping or favoring a paw at all?" Dr. Harper asked. Claire thought for a moment. "Not really, but I suppose he sometimes hesitates when walking over the rug." Dr. Harper nodded thoughtfully. Dogs are very intuitive. Sometimes behavior like this is their way of communicating discomfort or concern, even if they can't tell us directly. Daniel and Claire exchanged worried glances. Could Max really be in pain? And if so, why push Ethan around? Then, Dr. Harper examined Max's front paws more closely. A tiny splinter was lodged deep in one paw pad, almost invisible unless you looked carefully. Max had been walking on it cautiously, which caused subtle discomfort, but not enough to make him limp dramatically. Claire gasped. "So, all this time, he's been hurting?" Dr. Harper shook his head gently. "Not exactly hurting. It's more an irritation, and dogs instinctively adjust their behavior around people they love. Max's nudges weren't aggression. They were protective. He sensed Ethan's small balance issues, and perhaps because he himself was a bit off balance from the splinter, he was guiding Ethan carefully." Tears welled in Claire's eyes. He was trying to keep him safe? Yes, Dr. Harper said. Dogs are remarkable like that. They can perceive danger and discomfort that humans often overlook. With careful hands, Dr. Harper removed the tiny splinter. Max immediately shifted his weight, stretched, and wagged his tail. The change was instantaneous. He was himself again, calm and free of discomfort. Back at home, the family watched Max interact with Ethan. The gentle pushes had stopped. Ethan toddled freely, laughing and running through the room, and Max trotted alongside him, his tail wagging happily. The Johnsons couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. Max hadn't been misbehaving. He had been protecting their child, showing love in a way only he could. Over the next few days, Claire recorded small clips of Max and Ethan playing safely together. She posted one on social media with a simple caption, "Our dog's love is bigger than we realized." Within hours, the video went viral. Comments poured in from parents, pet owners, and animal lovers around the world. People shared similar stories. Dogs who nudged, guided, or stayed unusually close to children or loved ones, often signaling danger or discomfort before humans realized it themselves. Claire and Daniel read the comments, sometimes laughing, sometimes crying, always amazed at how much resonance their story had. Max had become more than a pet. He had become a symbol of love, protection, and the unspoken bonds between humans and animals. Weeks later, Claire reflected on the events. She realized how often humans take silent love for granted, failing to notice the ways animals communicate. Max's small nudges, his gentle insistence, had been his way of saying, "And now." Every time Ethan stumbles or trips over a toy, Max is right there, not pushing him down, but offering a steady paw, a guiding presence, a silent promise that he will always protect. From that ordinary Tuesday morning to the viral videos shared worldwide, the Johnsons learned a profound truth. Love sometimes speaks in quiet, unexpected ways. Sometimes it comes not with words, but with a nudge, a glance, or a simple act of care. As Claire often says now, sitting with Ethan and Max on the couch, some heroes don't wear capes, some have paws. And in those moments, when Ethan laughs and Max rests his head gently on his lap. The Johnsons know the world is a little brighter because sometimes the most extraordinary heroism is silent, gentle, and golden. If you love heartwarming stories about pets and kids, make sure to hit that like button so more people can see this incredible tale. This story is truly touching. If you've ever had a pet do something extraordinary, comment below and share your experience. We'd love to hear it.